Hey everyone, this is the Beard with Bearded Bird Productions, and this is my first thoughts and reviews for Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 4. There are spoilers, so watch the episode. If you have already watched the episode, watch it again, because it's that good. I mean, wow. What can I say about Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 4? Hot damn, that was good. They brought the emotion, the humor, the action, and left you feeling all kinds of something about what can happen next. I mean, man, the episode hit the peak of what this show has been preaching since the beginning. Who deserves to hold the shield? Although it's kind of branched out into more of what makes a hero. Our ensemble has an extremely different take on our heroes, superheroes, and super soldiers for that matter. Carly has been struggling with adding more soldiers to her cause. She has a strong stance on her cause and is still convincing herself that she is doing what is necessary to achieve the best outcome. Although she has hesitations, is she going down the right path? Because she does have to convince herself. She has a fantastic conversation with Sam Wilson about this, making her second guess, is she going down the right path? Is she making the right decisions? And it really gives her that open vulnerability, and the actress does a phenomenal job portraying that vulnerability. However, once John Walker comes in and kind of ruins that, vulnerability gone, wall back up, she still has some trust for him because what he said made sense to her, but she still needs to stick true to her convictions. Her friend even mentioned that today's heroes don't have the luxury of keeping their hands clean. This supports her decision of blowing up the GRC building and really having more of an aggressive nature. He even felt that she could be the new Captain America, which we actually find out he was a huge fan of Cap when he was a kid, only to unfortunately be killed by the new Cap at the end of the episode. Moving on to Zemo, Zemo is extremely against the idea of superheroes and super soldiers, although Sam did make him rethink his stance a bit. As we have established since Civil War, he takes issue with people playing the role of gods. However, as mentioned, Sam actually caused the one and only time that I think we've really seen Zemo question himself, being called out as someone having the same actions and thought process as those that he is trying to stop. This is a very familiar feeling that Carly was having with Sam. However, that feeling for Zemo wasn't on the screen for that long, as he saw an opportunity to escape when the Dora Milaje showed up and were distracting his newfound friends. On the note of Sam, if this episode did not set Sam up to be the next Captain America, I don't know what else they could do. Getting Zemo to rethink his position, understanding that fighting isn't the only option, stopping Bucky from punching Zemo's face in, stepping in to stop the Dora Milaje, and even having the heart-to-heart and understanding Carly's situation almost was completely parallel to Steve in Age of Ultron. Steve gave Wanda and Pietro a chance after chance, understanding their point of view and wanting to give them an out before they did things that they couldn't take back. All I'm saying, Sam Wilson is my Captain America. Say what you will. And I think that's going to happen sooner rather than later after what Mr. Walker did. Now, as for John Walker, he initially did have hesitations after picking up the serum, although temptation and fear ultimately drove him to use it. More on that in a moment. Now, Lamar's speech about the ability to save as many lives as possible is a strong one. I mean, if you have an opportunity to do something and the tools to save that many people, man, I get it. But John's concerns were real, and he knew the bad things that he had done. And as Erskine said in the first Avengers movie, good becomes great, bad becomes worse. We have established that the super soldier serum doesn't just give you more muscles. It's not like a super steroid. It enhances everything about you. Yes, the muscles are enhanced, but so are your thought process, your emotions. All of those become heightened. That's why a soldier wasn't picked to be the first Avenger. It was Captain America, Steve Rogers, this scrawny kid from Brooklyn that just wanted to look after the little guy. Now, as soon as Lamar was taken by the Flag Smashers, the feeling that he needed the serum to save Lamar really took over. I think this was actually set up beautifully by the combat with the Dora Milaje, which, side tangent, was awesome in so many different layers. On the Walker side, they 100% put him in the place and the perspective of the big leagues that he is now playing in. They even took away his shield, leaving him defeated. Captain America would obviously say that he could do this all day, but Walker sat there, and the only thing that he could muster up to say was, they're not even super soldiers. I think at that point in time, he realized the game that he was playing and how far out of his league he actually was. On another note, they also did a really big number on Bucky, reminding him that what they gave him could easily be taken away. There was also this sense of betrayal there. As soon as the arm was detached, just looking at Bucky's eyes made me feel bad for him. He just didn't know what was happening. He realized that they had that control over him, and I think he realized that even though he had his freedom and they worked on this, there are still pieces of him that are still kind of owned in a sense, and I think that took him to a different place. I do appreciate the nifty throwback where he reset his arm by swinging it around just like what he did in Winter Soldier, whipping it around to get it back into place. Now, back to Mr. Walker. He has the serum. He's looking for his buddy. He gets in a fight. Lamar saves his life. Lamar dies. Walker breaks. And we are delivered by the showrunners one of the most impactful shots of the MCU since the Avengers team shot. Now, let's unpack this final scene. This scene was like a car wreck in slow motion that you can't help but watch. You knew it was coming. You wanted to stop it. You may have screamed no at the TV so loud that you woke your sleeping children, but in the end, the super soldier John Walker killed one of the Flag Smashers with the shield that has symbolized the entire saga of this series, leaving that final shot of blood at the bottom of the shield as he puts it back on his arm as if there are no problems. This whole show is about the damn shield and its symbolism. So what does this mean? The shield has become tarnished. Does it still have its value? This continues the conversation of how the world is looking at different people, how this symbolizes everything. This didn't happen in the US. This happened in another country. Is this going to be a parallel to Steve becoming Nomad at the end of Civil War? The way that Steve Rogers struck Iron Man is the exact same way that John Walker struck the Flag Smasher, by using the edge of the shield as a blade rather than the protective shield it's meant to be used for. However, Steve Rogers had the restraint not to kill Iron Man. Another point that Walker's not fit to be Captain America. Now, will he leave the shield behind? I don't think so. The way that he put the shield back on made me feel like he was comfortable with what he did, and he felt as if he made the right choice. He is fueled by emotions, yes. However, he is constantly giving us the ideals that, hey, do you know who I am? I'm Captain America. If I make this choice is the right choice. So even though he killed them, I think he may still be under the impression that, hey, sometimes you gotta kill to get to the right end goal. Now, as this title suggests, the whole world is watching. After all that found footage, all of the cell phone footage, what choice is the US government going to have but to remove the shield from him? Now, he is a good soldier. Will he submit? Will the emotions take over and he'll fight back, becoming an enemy of the state, and then Sam and Bucky have to take the shield that way? I'm honestly still a little shaken, and I don't know. There's a lot of different routes and possibilities that could go on, and I can't wait to see the final 2 episodes unfold. Will we even find out who the power broker is? They've been building up to this moment, and I really hope it's not a letdown, just like how in WandaVision everybody was like, oh, it's going to be Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is going to show up. It's going to be Mr. Fantastic. And then it ended up just being like, hey, Here's a dedicated sword technician, which was cool. I thought it was awesome. She did a great job, but is it going to be someone big, or is it just going to be a new character? Is it Sharon Carter? Is it Arnim Zola? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, because I'm all ears. I'm really curious. And please, always remember to subscribe, like, and of course, tune in next week for episode 5. Thanks for listening, everyone.